Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. Boom, good day. I love X22 reports because it gets into details that are crucial. Shifty Schiff is now this guy's nickname. Shifty Schiff. He's getting into undocumented details, nothing but hearsay and BS, and he lies. Um, this is going to get his old tit in a ringer. You wait and see. Uh, the House is not going to put up because they're defaming the House and defaming the Constitution and the laws, and he's going to get caught in his lies and his deceit. You wait and see.
It changes things from a transcribed interview to a deposition. The Democrats are doing this to avoid releasing transcripts of the depositions interviews conducted in secret. Adam Schiff and other Democrats can also selectively leak to the media without having to answer to transcripts as proof of their deception. And with this new process, we have no way of knowing what was really said behind closed doors.
Here's the thing. They're leaking this crap out to the media. The media's at fault too. The media should be held responsible for the lies and deceit, which they do also. And I believe in time they will be. But it's up to the American people to hold the media responsible for their lies and deceit and to go after the corporation heads that are pushing this lie and this narrative and this deceit. If they can't report on accurate news, they need to be legally caught at it, sued, and they need to be shut down. Period. Now, the House isn't putting up with this without taking some action. Shift is going to have some legal things to answer to, and that's all there is to it. Listen as they talk about the minority in the House and what they have brought up against Shift here in a moment or two.
And of course, what are they doing? They're trying to figure out a way to push this impeachment forward. Each time they have these witnesses testify behind closed doors, they take a temperature reading to see who's on board with the impeachment vote. That's what this is all about. And right now, as it stands, they're not getting the votes. And Adam Schiff himself, he's in trouble.
Now, listen, they're playing this game and they're trying to get enough votes to pull off an impeachment. They're not going to get the votes because the minority in the House is now going after Shifty Schiff.
Representative Andy Biggs, who is the chair of the conservative House Freedom Caucus, and the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy, and the House Minority Whip, Steve Scalise, and House Republican Conference Chair Liz Cheney, they all signed on to Biggs' resolution where it says as follows. Whereas, instead of quoting directly from the available transcript, Chairman Schiff manufactured a false retelling of the conversation between Trump and Zelensky. Whereas this egregiously false and fabricated retelling had no relationship to the call itself. Whereas these actions of Chairman Schiff misled the American people, bring disrepute upon the House of Representatives, and make a mockery of the impeachment process, one of the chamber's most solemn constitutional duties. So 125 House members sign on to the motion to punish Schiff for lying to the American people, to Congress. And he should be ousted and brought.
Not only should he be ousted, but legally should be brought up and charged for not only lying, but for treason in the form of false impeachment. There's a traitor to not only Congress and the United States people, but to the Constitution itself, because he's doing things that are illegal and against the Constitution. You can't have an impeachment process without a full vote. And they've not done a full vote. And they're doing everything they can to have the impeachment process without a full vote. And that is totally unconstitutional. And in my mind, it's a form of harassment and treason mixed together. And the media is also responsible for this narrative this false drumming up the impeachment process and the lies connected to it. And they should be called on their crap as well.
Brought up on charges. And then we have Judicial Watch, who just outed Yovanovitch, who was the former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine.
Now I'm going to get past this and we're going to go to some other parts. But Judicial Watch is continually putting pressure on these criminals legally and otherwise. Support Judicial Watch. Again, know that the major media keep saying the walls are closing in on Trump, when actually they're closing in on these deep state players. Just the reverse of what they're saying.
Can anyone say illegal FISA warrants? This whole entire thing is going to fall apart all around them. The walls are closing in. I know the mainstream media and the deep state players and all these people are always out there saying the walls are closing in on Trump. The walls are really closing in on the deep state. More and more evidence is out there pointing to what they have done and all the illegal activity that they have done. And once all this comes out and the public learns, they're going to be in a huge amount of trouble.
Boom, this is pretty powerful. Breaking. This is from BNL News. Fusion GPS Glenn Simpson revealed that for the first time that he hired to investigate Trump in the fall of 2015. So this is before the election in 2016. We're looking like a full year before the election process. And this goes directly all the way to President Obama. Bingo! Again, the IG is not going to be released on the 18th, Friday. Likely the end of the month. They don't know which way to go. They're confused, but it's going to be released. I don't care if it's this month or next month. It's coming. They got to get their ducks in a row. Remember, this legal process has been a long, long time coming. Decades in coming. Divisions in the DOJ between the white and the black hats. Way back in Clinton's time, Obama's time, Hillary. This has been going on for at least 2 decades. This is serious stuff. The timing has to be right. Again from Q. If you know your opponent's food, what advantages does that present? The truth is on your side. The advantages does that present? And then you're going to support the D-class and so forth. You support the American people. But you're using this against them. People are slowly waking up.
That does present. If you have the truth on your side, what advantages does that present? If you have full control of the U.S. military, what advantages does that present? If you have complete authority to declass, what advantages does that present? If you have the support of the American people, patriots, what advantages does that present? Do not trust the fake news media. You are the majority. Mueller, with an arrow pointing to D-class, pointing to OIG, pointing to truth, then justice. The Great Awakening. You are the news now. Now, Trump and the Patriots, they're using this disinformation to push the deep state into making their move. And they want them to use their ammunition. Remember, ammunition is hard to come by. Once the ammunition is used, the Patriots release the information. Remember, it's very difficult to create these events on the fly. It takes time for them to plan them, to organize them, to get everything in place. And this is what the Patriots wanted them to do. They wanted to hear the chatter. They wanted to understand what they were up to.
So again, it might not come out on the 18th. Supposedly the end of the month. Now the elites are screwed again because they've tried to get time to take these things down and make these false scenarios or do these bad situations and block the media with these bad situations instead of having people focus on really what's going on. So it does take time to create these false narratives, and they don't know what the hell to do. And they're going to try another one probably by the end of the month. The fact is, the truth is going to come out, and they're going to look pretty damn silly again, as the liars and deceits and cheats they are. Julian Assange, is he protected? Is he okay? Q answered that
Can be
question.
let out of prison while his extradition status is determined. Now remember, Julian Assange is the key. And we need to go back to post 3341. In this post, someone asked the question, is Julian Assange okay? Is he protected? Q responded, under protection, threat is real, key to DNC source hack 187. So,
Key to DNC source hack 187. So they already know what the hell has happened. But they want a third party to testify, this Julian Assange, to testify on this. And they've got to protect him. Hopefully he will be protected and is protected, and this will come out at the right time. Again, this stuff is coming out on the media, and there needs to be lawsuits after these media because they're lying and deceiving the people, and it needs to be gone after legally, and they
looks
need to
like
be sued.
Zucker is in trouble here. Trump tweeted out the following. Project Veritas obtained undercover video highlights of Jeff Zucker's at CNN campaign to destroy Trump. Videos reveal CNN bias. Does this sound like a good or even great lawsuit? Yes, it does. Trump continued. Now that we've found out that at CNN is a virtual fraud, rumor has it that Jeff Zucker will be resigning momentarily. That would be incredible.
So again, these people need to resign. They need to go after them legally, and they need to go after them monetarily. Make it hurt, and even need to go to jail. Again, the deep state battle against Trump and the White Hats and the other individuals that are working with Trump, it's all about exposure. It's all about truth. It's
Propaganda.
all about timing.
They're thinking, well, we can always destroy propaganda. They don't think in facts. They don't think in evidence. Think about everything that they've thrown at Trump. It was never based in anything. And they think, and this is the way they think, that everything that comes out, it's going to be propaganda. But they're mistaken. The Patriots have it all. Now, very interestingly, Trump on his Twitter page and General Flynn on his Twitter page, they both have the same type of banner. Now, I don't mean the picture, but the motion of the arms, where General Flynn has a paratrooper with his arms wide open, and Trump is standing in front of the crowd with his arms wide open. And this is coming from Running the Race. President Trump and General Flynn, current Twitter banners. In case you wondered, I've saved these for historical purposes and note any changes. And I do believe that Flynn and Trump, they're on the same page. Flynn's going to be set free. He's going to let everyone know where the bodies are buried. And you can see how everything is coming together now. Trump and the Patriots are in total control. They're controlling what the deep state is doing right now. They want them to move forward with impeachment. They want them to do everything behind closed doors. They want them to make it seem like they've got something.
All right. We'll see how all this plays out. But there's a tremendous battle between the deep state and Trump, his legal side and forces in the DOJ, Durham, Barr, Horowitz. All these individuals are fighting, and many others behind the scenes. Which way is it going to go? It's going to go the deep state side. It's going to go the White Hat side, Trump side. Which way is it going to go? You can only hope and pray that Trump and the White Hats will prevail, justice will prevail, and the law will finally prevail and catch these people in their lies and in their deceptions, from the corporations to the governments, to the DOJ, the CIA, the NSA, all these groups that have lied, and especially the media. They need to start suing them for their false information and propaganda. And we need to get back to true news, even if it's only on the internet in specific groups. And they need to be followed and supported. And this false narrative, this propaganda, needs to be not supported financially, as well as not supported legally. They need to go after them legally for the treasonous and the unconstitutional efforts to destroy this nation and its presidency and those people that are supporting the Constitution. We're in the greatest wars we've ever been at any time in my lifetime, in 65 to 70 years. The greatest war currently for the truth is currently going on behind closed doors, legally and otherwise. Again, it's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Support the White Hats, the Constitution, and Trump. This is the greatest battle I've ever seen in 65 to 70 years. Good day.